I might need to head off to the Blue Moon in a bit. Honey, there's a lot of wind and sand blowing about outside. It really ain't that safe, and you know how I worry about you. Listen to me, just stay indoors. You can do what you need to tomorrow. You're always welcome at the Blue Moon. And remember to eat.
Hello. Sorry about the mess. It wasn't like this when I left this morning. So yeah, as you can see, there are rocks all over the place. Someone's been moving them around, I guess. Well, I know you only had a chance to look around for like 10 seconds, but who do you think could have done this? Captain? No, he swore an oath to protect and serve. Yeah, he does come by sometimes, but he's not like other cats who jump up on your table and knock stuff over. Only way he'd ever do that is if there was a criminal on your table. If that's the bookcase, I only have my shelf to blame. Dang, wow. Yeah, maybe a thief came in and ransacked my house, but then realized there was nothing of value to steal and just left. How embarrassing for both of us. It'll be so awkward if we put him in jail and have to see him at work. Actually, it's none of the above. I ran out of space on my rock shelf, so I've just been placing my new ones in random places, starting to look like one of those old people houses we go to investigate when no one's heard from the old people in a long time. Sorry. Got too real there for a sec. Usually with them, it's stacks and stacks of newspapers anyway, not rocks. So yeah, I need your help. I need a new rock shelf. You know, rectangular wooden object with a series of shelves that stack horizontally, so it's, well, yeah. You know what? Let's not rule that out. Do you think you could make me a rectangular wooden object with a series of shelves that stack horizontally that is capable of storing and displaying not only rocks, but potentially, if need, whew, nice. Thought I might be asking too much of you. Thanks a million. Just go ahead and stick it over there on the wall when it's done. Then I'll come home and be like, oh man, new rock case. Thanks. In addition to accepting my task, you've also given me a lot to think about. Well, see ya.
Herbs for illness.
Oh, thanks, Doc. I'll make sure these make it into the right hands. People do tend to consume substantial amounts of Yakima milk around here. Maybe I could even cook it into a dish.
These taste like soap.
Ah, well, that's never stopped me before. Huh. Just a little self-deprecating humor there.
Honey, there's a lot of wind and sand blowing about outside. It really ain't that safe, and you know how I worry about you. Listen to me, just stay indoors. You can do what you need to tomorrow. All right, catch you next time. Thanks. I love it.
you are?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Arvio. I run by the Saz, the only general store in town. Nevertheless, I think you'll find our prices hard to beat.
I remember. The billboard, right? At the train station. You raised your hand the other day when I suggested you leave Sandrock.
Well, you know, you made a really good offer, and I moved to Sandrock for the opportunities. So, it was hard to, ignore it. You came at the perfect time. I was about to introduce our wonderful Mr. Musa here to the plan. Speaking of which, please take a look at this gift box. You'll see it contains a hand-picked selection of Sandrock specialties. My sister's pottery, sunrise and dried sandberry. All fine goods, unavailable outside of this town. But of course, the highlight is certainly this eye-catching, dashing, beautiful gift box. This will bring customers from all over. If you'd invest and buy the shares, we can make these the biggest thing since, well, since ever.
You want me to invest? In what? A gift box?
Of course. A gift box as beautiful as this. People will clamor to buy it. The billboard I set up has been bringing in customers already. Why, people step off the train and the first thing they ask is, where's by the stairs?
Okay, is that it?
Well, yeah. For now, if you invest, we'll be able to make better products all the time.
And what do you think? Seems your talent in your craft hasn't given you a sense of business. First question. Do you know how many tourists come to Sandrock every year?
Several thousand? I see a few people coming off the train every day.
According to my team in Atara, Sandrock sees a yearly average of less than 200 tourists.
So you?
Your current demographic consists of tourists and local residents. With your current volume of inventory, I would estimate that your net profits are probably around 1,000 golds per month. So how much additional profit would your gift box generate?
Double?
Optimistic, but fine. Let's say it doubles your income. Your monthly profits would be 2,000 golds. Let's take, for sake of argument, my previous investment into Highwind's general store. How much do you think that now makes?
I couldn't guess.
It now has an operational income of 100,000 golds per month. According to our contract, I receive 20,000 golds per month return on my investment.
What? That's so much.
Well, if that's all you have, then I think we're done here.
Wait, Mr. Musa, I have more.
I'm listening.
My billboard. Right. You saw it when you came in. That'll double my income again. It's marketing.
You don't understand. This marketing is just photos of you. What am I learning about the product? Where's the branding? All right, we're done.
$100,000 goals. That much money. What am I doing wrong? Sorry. I need some time to think.
Hey, I was at work and I heard someone come in because my house is next door, and I'm glad it's you and not someone else. Whoa. You really pulled all the stops out on this one. Books, rocks, heck, you could just put about anything in there. Let me just collect all my rocks here, and we can take this bad boy for a test display. Cool. Say, do you want to stick around for a bit? I mean, maybe you could help me decide which rocks to put where. Alright, cool. Let me just put on some tunes to set the mood. So, the short of it is, I like to organize the rocks into 3 categories: high, mid, and low tier. The highest tier represents the rocks I like the best. The mid tier represents the ones I think are alright, and definitely deserve a seat at the table, rock shelf. And low tier, well, those rocks I'm not a super fan of, but I'm sure other people like. Let's start with the top. First we got onyx, painite, zinc, and then this one. I don't know what it is. Onyx is dark and mysterious. It's pretty shiny, reflects light, makes you kind of wonder about the universe. Next is painite. Despite the name, it's really got nothing to do with pain. It's just a nice red rock. I've only ever found one before. She said it's super rare, maybe the only one in the world. So I guess you could say this rock is unique. Then there's zinc. Zinc is really useful. It's found in the wirings of our telegraphs, street lampposts. Why, even the firing pin in our Civil Corps pistols are made of zinc. I'd hate to live in a world without zinc. Last but not least is this one. I had some stuff to say about the other ones, but not this one. Oh well. Ready to choose your favorite? And hey, in case you didn't think the stakes were high enough, despite it already being in high tier, why don't we also choose the rock that makes us think of each other? I'll go first. Painite, because it's the best rock, and you're the best rock. You seem pretty situated, but yeah, you're welcome. Okay, now you go. You think I'm as mysterious as onyx? I don't know. I'm an open book. Ask me anything. Heck, I'll give you better responses than a book ever could. Books can't. Nice. They look good up here. High and mighty, wondering what the peasant rocks are up to. Sorry, that was out of line. All rocks are great. Next is mid-tier. We have sulfur, selenite, and coal. Sulfur is toxic. I just like the way it looks. It's slightly toxic to touch, but definitely don't lick this one. It would make you pretty sick. Well, Captain licked it once and got sick. Guess it hasn't been tested on humans yet. I just wouldn't. Next is selenite. Some people call it selenite rose. Couldn't really recommend licking it either. I mean, maybe once or twice is fine. It's pretty much just salt. It'll dissolve if you lick it too much. Then you've got nothing. Now you've gone and done it. We've all been there. Last, but again, not least, is coal. I place coal in the mid-tier because I just kind of like it. I mean, it is kind of an ugly chunk of gunk, only good for being used up, and then when it is, it harms the environment. But on the plus side, it's coal. I'm all picked out, I think. You're gonna have to fly solo from here on out, I think. Which one makes you think of me? Too hard to choose? Yeah, in a way they all kind of represent me equally. Don't worry, low tier will be a lot easier to deal with. Alright, whew. Finally, we're about ready to wrap things up with low tier. Last and least. Need a minute? Or are you ready? Yeah, well, it's pretty much all I do. You'd know a lot about rocks too, if you were me. Alright, final tier. These are a lot of what people call regular rocks. Granite, sandstone, marble. Some of them have bits of quartz in them that sparkle in the sunlight. Some of them are. When it comes to squeaking into bottom tier, the main thing I look for here is hustle. What shape is the rock? Does it look like it's a hard worker? Does it look like it started from the bottom and now it's trying to get into the bottom tier? This piece of granite to me looks like a fluffy cloud. The fact that such a hard, sturdy piece of rock could be so fluffy and cute makes me think I can be whatever I want to be. This sandstone, the fact that it's called a sandstone and not a sandrock, despite its location, I can't help but admire its rebellious spirit. This quartz, there are many others like it, but this one's mine. It's the most common crystal in the world. If you don't count feldspar. In some places, it's see-through. In other places, it's milky and not so see-through. Is it hiding secrets? Is it transparent about other things? When light passes through, it creates a rainbow. Even though it's common, its shape is unique, the same way every snowflake is unique. And when it wants to, it can create an amazing display of color. Like just about any crystal, really. That's why quartz is bottom tier. So now I ask, which of these do you think represents... Sorry, I keep changing the rules of this game and stuff. I kinda just made it up on the spot. Need to work out the bugs. So yeah, which one is us? I refuse to even acknowledge feldspar as a mineral. Some things are not cool to joke about. But don't worry, it's fine. You didn't know. Wow, there you have it. That took a lot longer than I expected, but the results speak for themselves. This is probably the best display I've ever seen. Thanks for helping me. Feel free to come and check out the rocks anytime. Doors always open.
See ya.
I might need to head off to the Blue Moon in a bit. Princess, how's your work going lately? You're not burning... Princess, hey, not much going on at the saloon today. Wouldn't hurt to bolster my inventory a bit with a little sand fishing. Care to join me? Great. Let's head off then. Nice. It's always good to have extra supply on hand. Word to the wise, though. Normally you would want to watch out when the special of the day is fish. Usually means we're trying to move them before they expire.
You ready? Mian already brought us our protective suits this morning, so we're good to go. Be sure to bring some weapons. Not sure what we'll run into down there. Oh, totally. No rush. I mean, gas ain't going anywhere.
Princess, how's your work going?
You ready for the canyon? Hey, that's my line. But, yeah, nothing to it but to do it. We're gonna go on ahead and wait for you there. Already got our suits on. Never can be too careful.
The gas is pretty far from here, Sheriff. Think we really need to wear them right now? It's hot.
Look, partner, know how I've been able to stick...
By being cool under pressure? Or having that never say die attitude? Maybe always defending the weak? I don't know.
Right. I mean, no. One slip-up, and that's the end of it out here in the Eufaula. You know that. Okay, here we go. Make sure all your suits are on tight. Find the source of the goo and stop it. That's our mission.
What a view. From afar, I thought these pillars were rocks.
There's always been some pollutants in this canyon from years of reckless salvaging, so we rarely venture down here now. But you know, this canyon's completely man-made. They just dug and dug until all that's left were these old world husks.
The power of man is both awe-inspiring and terrifying.
Getting philosophical?
I can't wrap my head around how the buildings of the old world were built sturdy enough to withstand both the day of calamity and the passing of time. Then, hundreds of years later, people go looking for these old buildings and created this canyon.
Yeah.
But then I think about how I stack rocks, and it all makes sense.
It does?
It just takes time and patience.
This lodging apart until thee findeth her. The wench might not but be in hiding here somewhere. Smoketh her out. Halt! Who goes there? Up here. What indues thee here? What is thy quest? Saveth thy breath. Thou art the princess's guardeth, nay, doubteth, working for mine own stepdaughter.
It's talking.
I've heard enough. Guards, seize those folk. The fumes from the gas leaks art making thee dizzy. Yeah, careth not. Destroyeth the...
We coming. Hey.
Thief did knock out all mine own henchmen. I hate when people do it. We shall meeteth again, humans. And next timeth, we shall beest did prepare.
So wait, these...
Sir, it seems we stumbled into some sort of mutant rodent political...
Okay. Let's just keep our eyes on the prize. Plug up the pipe. We'll think about how to keep the rodents out later. All right, we got your back. Roll out. Well, well, here we are.
Be careful. Nice one, Builder.
Good job. That's one. But it looks like there might be more than one leak.
Now I remember where I've heard about these rat people before. That rat lady was the queen of the Banda Rats. They're known for stealing minor objects of sentimental value. My rocks could be in danger.
Banda Rats? Where'd you hear something like that?
Well, in efforts to keep up with Captain's stellar record of mouse catching, I decided to do a bit of research on mice, mices, and other mouse-related creatures.
I see. You know, I don't think anyone actually expects you to catch any mice, pal. It really is more of a cat thing. It's kinda the main reason we hired him in the first place.
You said it yourself, sir. A true Civil Corps hero knows every one of our duties inside and out, and can perform any one of them on command if necessary.
Yeah, I did say something like that.
Civil Corps 2, weird poison gas, 0.
Nice work. Let's look around to see if there are any more leaks. Maybe we can get back to town in time for happy hour at the Blue Moon.
Isn't all the milk in town poisoned right now?
Good point. seems to be the last one. You guys feel that?
The feeling of bonding? A feeling of accomplishment that comes with overcoming a challenge together?
Yeah, that. But also, the air is still so thick, even through the suit. But we plugged all the leaks. What gives?
Maybe we can ask that guy.
Whoa!
Permission to treat target as hostile, sir.
It's a mutant, man.
I hate it when I'm right.
Whew, that was close.
Not really. We kind of owned that guy.
Never mind that. Did this dude come out of the pop works? Glad you sealed him up. These old war pops are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Mission accomplished, sir?
Well, not exactly. All this goo is still here. And it's still giving off the weird green gas. Tell you what, what's this then? Seems this is the, consumer version of this here green goo. Looks like they were all ready to be shipped. Expiration date, CE 12,000.
So it's still good for another 11,320 years or so. Pass it this way.
Yeah, all right, pal.
To use, massage through hair and rinse well. Ooh, ingredients. I love reading these. Alkylamibetide. Wow, wonder what that is.
My peach's great ghost. You got it.
Got it right here, sir. You just...
No. The key to getting rid of all this gunk is right there in your hand. Exactly. With the list of ingredients, Director Chi will know exactly how this stuff is made. Then he can put it into the, I don't know, anti-chemical, spine reticulation scanning thing.
Then he can invent a thing to make it go away?
Bingo. Now you're on the trolley. And good call with that ingredients thing too, pal. That's flipping teeth.
Just doing my job.
All right. I think we're ready to wrap this mission up. Can you take this container to Director Chi? Admittedly, we're following up on a hunch. But it's the best right on. Now, let's get out of here before another one of those mutant guys shows up.
Fascinating. So this for cosmetic purposes? How daft. If I know what this goo is made of, I should be able to create an antidote of sorts. Something to neutralize the toxicity. That is, I assume, why you brought it here. I'm afraid the substance, despite its superficial function, appears to be rather complex. I may need a few days to analyze it. Bring me 10 data disks. Well, I'll get to it straight away. Brilliant! I've nearly cracked this. These data disks should be enough to fill in the gaps. I'll send you a solution soon, likely by...
I listened to ya, and I went to the library and looked at all them books. Huh? Milking machines? Oh, right. Well, I did see something about that, but it was real tough. Loads of long words. Check it out. Howlett wrote these books on monster hunting. Cool, right? Look at this one. It's got these real pretty pictures, just like your handbook. Talks about how to attract monsters with bait and food and such. I didn't realize Howlett was this good at drawing, but this one's just loads of words. Looks like them church books. Super dense. All regulations and junk. I, ain't read much of this one. Huh? It's kinda dug into my head, though. Like, I'm working and all I can think of is how to find these monsters. I've been going over it again and again, and that's why I came to you. I gotta make one of them dishes from Howlett's book. It's a salted fish soup, and it says it'll attract all sort of monsters, especially birds. They love that fishy odor. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling. It's starting to sound like my pa. So, you got any salted fish to spare for me? Oh yeah, you're the best. Give me 'em when you're...
Hey, I've been thinking. You know, I've always wanted a little child to call my own. One to love and cherish and maybe even help out at the saloon one day. What do you think? I'm on whatever side you are. Let's have our own baby. Don't worry, I'll be with you every step of the way. How was your night? Princess, how's your work going lately? You're not burning out. Oh, thank you. I might need to head off to the Blue Moon in a bit. I might need to head off to the Blue Moon in a bit. Hey, are you all right? You look a little pale. What? A letter? Can I see it? How could he... My old man's a real actor, all right. Shame they never put him on Walnut Theater. Reading this, I don't know how to feel. Should I be upset? Should I be angry? Can I be angry? How stubborn can you get? He's trying to play it off like it's no big deal. But it is. If his treatment had gone south, then that would have been it. No goodbyes, nothing. Yeah, but now I'm more worried. How can I ever know he's okay if I can't be sure he'll tell me? Then again, it's not like I visited in forever either, huh? Well, it's clear to me now then. What do you think? Will you be all right for a couple days while I go and see my folks? Don't worry, babe. I'll set off first thing tomorrow morning, then be back before you know it. Princess. And don't worry about my folks either. I'll let you know how they're doing as soon as I can. No need to write. I'll just pack light and head out first thing tomorrow morning. Should make it there before any letter could.
Joyride through the hairscape. Destination, a newer, better you.
Ah, there you are. So it turns out the ingredients stated on the pamphlets were a bit of a red herring. As it were, this goo is sulfur-based. They'd left out a few substances on the ingredient list. I wonder, were they hiding the product's toxicity? In any case, from there I thought I could just synthesize a few pesky electrons out of the mix. Maybe use a filter, but it turns out I've been barking up the wrong polymer chain the whole time. Oxidation, reduction, halogenation, or no. Then, after hours of banging my head against the wall, it finally hit me. The answer was right there in front of me all along. Granulated sodium bicarbonate. Like, duh. Well, anyway, just wanted to share that amusing little anecdote with you. You'll find it as you do most granulated sodium bicarbonate, but perhaps a bit more reactive than what you might be used to. I've given it a bit of a personal touch. It's the perfect neutralizing agent for the toxic goo, and as we all know, it's highly reactive with sulfur trioxide in case we ever need more. I mean, in case we ever need any sulfuric acid. Here's the diagram for the cleaner containing the antidote. You will notice that it closely resembles vacuum cleaner. It is multifunctional and can be used for cleaning as well. This was in fact a prototype for Vega 5 commercial technology competition. But my move to Sandrock, well, suffice to say it would have been a sure thing. Granulated sodium bicarbonate. Too much. Now, the second diagram is of an air purifier. I didn't see a need for it, as gas will thin out over time once the source is gone. But the mayor came and was adamant about getting this solved immediately, since the rich investors here. Since she was nice enough to bring me free tea, I accepted. Here you go. You just need to install it in the canyon. I designed it to be powerful enough to not only clean up this type of gas, but all the other airborne pollutants as well. Good luck.
Princess, how's your work going lately? You're not burning out, right? Remember, Sandrock wasn't built in a day. Don't push yourself too hard. Hey, see you around. You're always welcome at the Blue Moon. And remember to eat. Don't be too exhausted. I've got your back. Feeling tired? Why don't you treat yourself?
Oi! Yeah! Oi!
Hey there! Howdy.
I just received a telegram from Representative Gregorsick.
Any news?
He tried to make our case, but the rest of the Alliance Council doesn't agree. They don't believe Sandrock will ever be green again.
Without Musa's investment, we're dead in the water.
Just dead. No water.
That's the spirit. Let's push through this crisis. Let's show Musa how tough we really are.
All we can do is our best. You're right. Let's not give up hope. Oh, thanks for stopping by. I think we needed to hear some encouraging words.
And by the way, Musa has been poking around the moisture farm, doing a bit of his own research. He's been saying he thinks we're really onto something.
Now you're getting me overly hopeful. I feel like a kid losing sleep the night before the day of the bright sun.
Just breathe, Trudy. Like you said, all we can do is our best.
Right. Better to just get back to it.